So good afternoon to all the webinar team members, principals, teachers, and my dear students. Welcome all to the webinar session of Intermediate First Year Economics. Myself, Mohammad Mujibur Rahman, Principal of Model School Gavichalla, Warangal Rural District, is inviting you all for this session. So students, in earlier session, you were introduced to the topic of consumer behavior, the second unit of economics first year, and you are told about the behavior of the consumer. The concept of utility was introduced to you. One of the most important basic law of consumption, that is the law of diminishing marginal utility, was introduced. It was explained in the earlier session. You are told about the modern concept of utility, the cardinal concept of utility, and the difference. Now, in this particular session, okay, the same topic, consumer behavior, okay, we'll be going deeper into the topic. In this particular session, you will be explained about the concept of law of equi-marginal utility and also the concept of indifference curve analysis. Okay, through this, you will be explained about how the consumer attains the maximum level of satisfaction, how he reaches the point of equilibrium. So, while in the process of purchasing, how the consumer substitutes one commodity for the other, and so on, the topics will be explained in this particular session. To present this topic, I take pleasure in introducing esteemed personality Sri M. Rajendra Kumar sir, working as postgraduate teacher in economics in Telangana Model School, Ketapalli, Nalgonda district. Sir has done his master's degree from B.R. Ambedkar University and BEd from Osmania University. Sir is having a rich experience of 14 years worked in different reputed private institutions, and most importantly, sir is presently a member of the state resource person for social studies subject in SCRT. So students, be ready for the session. All of you, you must note down the points which are being told. You have to do the assignment, the work which is given, the evaluation part, the questions. So all of you be ready with your pen and books to note down the explanation that is given by sir. Now I invite sir for the presentation. Over to Rajendra sir for taking up today's session. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon. This is Rajendra Kumar. Today, it is respected subject coordinators and my dear colleagues, PGTs, and as well as the TGTs, and my dear students. With the help of the model schools, we are regularly live telecast of the lessons are going on. So as a part of that one, today I am going to take the intermediate first year unit 2, that is a theory of consumer behavior. As already the subject coordinator Mr. Mujibur Rahman has explained about the earlier session and what we have learned in the earlier session. Now I am continuing the next part of this unit. In this session, we have the law of equi-marginal utility, assumptions, limitations, and significance. And we are going to study about the cardinal utility analysis and its shortcomings, indifference curve analysis, the properties of indifferent curve analysis, and assumptions also we will take in this part. The learning objectives, what you are going to get with this in this lesson: to understand consumer behavior during his purchase of goods, to understand how a rational consumer achieves equilibrium or maximum satisfaction, to understand the modern concept of utility, to understand the significance of the utility theories. On this one, you are going to learn. So, listen the lesson properly and try to understand. Refer the textbook after completing of this lesson. Now, let us go towards the law of marginal utility. Here, It is an important law which it is based on the utility, it is analysis. This law was first proposed by Hermann Heinrich Gaussen. That is what we are calling it as a Gaussen's second law. And here also, depend on the situation, this law is utilized in various ways. That is what we are calling it as a law of substitution, and also as a law of maximum satisfaction and law of proportionality. Why different names? Means because of according to the different uses, this one it is there. And it is based on the law of diminishing marginal utility, as already which you have studied in the earlier session. Diminishing marginal utility, based on that one only, this is also there. This law of marginal utility points out how a consumer can get maximum satisfaction out of given expenditure on different goods. So here we have the little bit variation. Means if you see diminishing marginal utility and then this one, here the difference is diminishing marginal utility is only for one item, one commodity. But here that one we are taking it is for the several commodities. It is more than two. It can be two or more than two. We are taking it. That is a difference what we are having. Maybe the confusion. Yes, earlier we have studied. Then what again this one means? Here we are taking the multiple commodities. Let us go for the definition of this one given by the economist Dr. Alfred Marshall. If a person has a thing which he can put to several uses, he will distribute it among these uses in such a way that he has the same marginal utility in all. Means here, whatever in the given income, he has to, whatever the in such a way that one he has to utilize that one, whereas he has to attain the marginal utility equally in all the commodities. Here, let us have an example of this one. It is, I have certain limit of the income it is there, and I wanted the several goods like good 1, good 2, good 3 and good 4. Now I have to buy these 4 goods in a such a way that one where I have to get equal satisfaction with all this one. That is a main law. Here it is a not one good is it is a less satisfaction, another one it is more. No, here it is a equal satisfaction with the income what I have. Here it is a, let us see the statement. What the statement of this law that one it is a, the equi-marginal principle states that consumer will be maximizing his total utility when he allocates his fixed money income in such a way that the utility derived from the last unit of money spent on each good is equal. Try to understand this one clearly because of everything is there in the statement. Here it is a, he is having the fixed money. Whatever the amount is there fixed, means the amount will, what the income will not increase. And in a such a way that utility derived from the last unit of the money, means whatever the money is going to spend, each and every pie of the money should give the same type of the satisfaction. What is the utility, total utility has to be the maximum. Now let us see the assumptions of the law. The utility is measurable in cardinal terms. As in the earlier chapter we have studied, what is the cardinal one? It is, we are giving the points like a count. It is like a 10, 20, 15, like that one. It is. The consumer acts rationally, means here it is a, he will go according to, means as he behaves that one. It is a, yes, he knows everything. And the tastes and preferences, money income, prices of goods, etc. remain constant. There is no change in that one. Means taste will be the same. There is no change. Preferences, what are the item preferences we will give, that one also will not change. The consumer has a fixed income. This is very important one. The whatever the income is fixed, means if he is having a X rupees, yes, X rupees only will be there. There is a no addition, what are the money, it is not there in this one. marginal utility of money is constant, and a consumer has a perfect knowledge of price of goods. Means when he is visiting the market, before that one only, he know the price of that what are the goods, and the consumer tries to have a maximum satisfaction. The main motto of the this law is that one, it is a consumer is trying to get a maximum satisfaction with the given amount. Now let us go for with the examples. This many times even you people also will face the situations. Sometimes your parent will give the money. Yes, you can spend in a such a way that one is suppose if your mother asks give some money, and yes, you go to a movie, but you have so many thoughts in your mind that I have how I have to use that money. It is uh, suppose if you take the example of here the income of a consumer is rupees 20. Means suppose think that one you have given to your brother, your younger brother, 20 rupees. Yes, you go and enjoy with this one. Now the fellow is having in front of him two dreams are there. Yes, I wanted to eat cake and I wanted to eat the samosa. And here the price of the cake, here we assume that one as a x, that one it is a rupees 3 it is there, and the samosa is 4 rupees. Now the choice is the fellow's choice is that one, yes, how I have to spend this one. So that one, if we see here the two problems are there. One is towards how to choose this whatever the samosa and the cake that one it is, and the other side, whereas the fellow is thinking that when it is I have only 20 rupees, so with the 20 rupees I have to eat and I have to enjoy this what are the cake and samosa. So here only the consumer behavior, whereas we can see now it is as already in the earlier session you learned about the diminishing marginal utility. Means when I consume one commodity, the satisfactory level of that one will slowly it will come down. Now let us think that one it is the first the fellow with his 20 rupees he started eating the cakes. So how he will get this whatever the utility that one when we see it is a diminishing, as we have studied in the earlier one. Here it is a first whatever the cake it is there, his satisfactory level is that one it is he gave 33 utils, and then when he had the second one, whereas little bit came down. Like that one, he is going on consuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what happened here? Slowly that one it is coming down. As already we have studied in the earlier session that one it is whatever the utility curve it is sloping down. The same thing. Let us assume that one it is the fellow started eating samosa, which is very good for one him. So that is what he gave little bit extra for this one, and here it is 36 points. Here it is for the samosa, and the next one when he consumed it is 32, and the third one when he is taken 28 it is
Inti number one.
and the fourth one it is a 24. So like that one he is going on using that one it is. So here when he started using the first one and the last one, here what is happening? Marginal utility is coming down in both the items. Now let us examine the next case of this one it is. Here the law what it will say that one it is a marginal utility of the commodity X and the marginal utility of the commodity Y. It shows diminishing, as earlier I have explained in the what the table it is given. Now let us go for the first condition of this one, whatever the satisfactory level that one it is marginal utility of A. So here I am taking the good A divided by the price of the good A, that one is equal to, means here it is a what are the maximum satisfaction of that one is equal to marginal utility of good B divided by the price B. Means here we can take it as a ratio of the marginal utility and the price. That one, it is a how many ever the commodities you are using, that one should give the equal satisfaction. That is the main rule of this equi-marginal utility. So here we can see the same law, whatever it is there. Marginal utility of the last unit of the money also should give the same thing, marginal utility of the divided by the price. And here if we take whatever the commodities, that one it is there, ratio if we take marginal utility divided by the price, the proportion what we are taking. Now let us go back to the whatever the like samosas and cake what we have taken here it is. Now the first unit of the cake when it is taken, 33 utils it is given, and according to our law we are dividing marginal utility of this X commodity divided by the price of the cake. Now already we have seen the price of the cake is 3 rupees. The same way here it is a 30 divided by the 3, means we are dividing the marginal utility with the price. The same thing here you can see in the way for the samosa also. 36 divided by 4, we are dividing with its price. The samosa price is given as 4 rupees. So when we do this calculation, now here we have the condition that one it is now let us see that one when we divide. What happened here? We have the 11 utils, means 33 by 3, we got a 10, and here for the second unit we got the first one 11, and then 10, then 9, then 8, then 7. The same for the samosa. If we take 9 utils for the first one, and the second one it is 8, and then 7, 6, and then 5. Here, according to the condition, for a consumer maximum utility or to achieve equilibrium, that one it is usually written in the form of MUX by PX, that is equal to marginal utility of Y divided by the price of the Y. Now let us see that one where he is achieving this one. Now here when I see the first condition, first cake one, it is 11 utils it is there. Here for the samosa, that one it is not there. Again the same here it is a 10 units for the second unit of the cake, but for the samosa that one it is not there. So I can remove this 2 because of here it is not the figured in the samosa. Now I can see the whatever the utility of the third cake, that 9 utils, that one it is equal to the 1 unit of samosa. Now next we have the another combination, that one it is when I consume the 4 cakes, then my utility is 8 points, and here the samosa 2 units. Now I will go for the another combination. This is the 7 combination. 5 units of the cake when I consumed, then I gave that one it is as a 7 utils, and even the for the samosa also this one it is means what are the marginal utility divided by the price, we have this one. So here now here I can choose these 3 combinations. Then how I can I will be satisfied? Here we have the law, that one it is another one, that one it is the condition for the second one it is whatever the income it is there, that one is equal to the expenditure. Means here my brother gave 20 rupees, then I have to spend in that one amount only it is. Then how that one it is possible? Here let us examine that one it is. Now 3 units of the cake, means here it is a 3 3 is a 9 rupees, and I will go for 1 samosa. So here it is a 3 rupees and 9 rupees plus 4 rupees, 13 rupees. Still in my pocket 7 rupees are there. So I will go for the next combination. Okay, here it is a 4 units of the cake, 4 3s are 12, and then 2 samosa. That one I will take it as a 2 4s are 8 rupees. So here it is this 12 rupees and 8 rupees, just 20 rupees, Yes, I am satisfied here. But yes, let us see. Here it is. I am getting one more cake. That one it is 5 units. Let us check that one. It is so 5 threes are 15. 15 rupees for the cake, and 3 samosas. 3 fours are 12. It is becoming 27 rupees. Oh, in my pocket it is not there. So where I am satisfying, that I am satisfying with the 8 and 8. Means here 4 cakes and 2 samosa. That one I am getting the maximum satisfaction, where my expenditure is equal to the income. The same thing I am explaining here. Here it is a 4 cakes into rupees 3. I'm here it is a 12 rupees, and 2 samosa into 4 rupees. Here it is 8 rupees. So the total whatever the amount I spent, that one it is rupees 20. Now what about the utils? Yes, here it is you can calculate this. It is how many years I am using 11 plus 10 plus 9 and 8, and here it is I am using 9 plus 8 plus okay, this combination. So here it is a utils also. For the cake 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8, and for the samosa 9 plus 8. Total utility 55 units I am getting with this one. 55 utils I am getting with this one. Like this one, whatever the amount it is given to me, I am getting the maximum satisfaction with this combination. Now let us see whether everything is correct or not. We have some limitations on this one. Goods are actually indivisible, but the law assumes that one it is divisible. This is the first one. It is actually it can be many things are there. It is indivisible. Like when you go to the doctor, you cannot divide the services. So the assumption that the period of income and expenditure is same, that is not true. Means here uh, my income and my expenditure at the same time. So that one it is may not be possible. Whatever the money that when it is there with me, I can spend it is later also it is. So at the same time, that one as that is not the correct one. And in the case of non-availability of the required goods, the law is not applicable. Suppose instead of samosa, I want some other one, some other eatable I want. So here this law is not considering that one. It is. And in reality, price of related either the substitute and complementary goods change. It is that all the things are not constant. So here it is a substitute means like suppose if you wanted to do the samosa, the price of the oil can be changed, or the price of the whatever the aloo can be changed, onion can be changed. So here it is the law is not applicable to such type of the situations. And here it is a consumer is not always rational. Means here it is he can't go and calculate that one. It is yes, I ate one cake, and yes, I will write down that one. It is and then like that one I will calculate and I will use. No, it is not possible. And also he is influenced by his habits. He may not go according to the law. Here it is his costume, sentiments, and everything will work out on this one. So that is what it may be somewhat a consumer cannot follow this one. It is exactly it is. And the consumer don't have the perfect knowledge, and if he is ignorant, then he may not be able to follow this law. He may not have the knowledge of what are the market prices it is. So here also that one will not. Finally, it is based on the unrealistic assumption that one it is a utility. Because of here the utility is not, it is a psychological one. Suppose when you say that when I give one sweet to you, you will eat that one. It is yes, how it is means you will say it is very good. That's all. Here it is a, you will not say that one, no sir, for this one I am giving some 25 points. Like that one, which is not a true one. It is. So like that one here, this one it is little bit unrealistic. Even though it is unrealistic, but many places we are using this one because of it is a consumer behavior. So we are using this law of marginal utility in many ways. Let us examine few of that one. Law of equi-marginal utility, here it is in the consumption and saving. You see, here it is generally for the future purpose. Suppose if your father is earning a certain amount, what he will do, he will not spend the last pie, he will not spend. Here it is, he wanted a satisfaction even in the future also. For that purpose, he will save some money. So what will happen here? He is dividing his satisfactory, means he is some money he is spending and some he is saving. So he is thinking here it is, yes, where I will get the maximum, means whether it is a maximum savings or else whether it is a maximum on the expenditure. He will think and he will save. This is one where we can see. And generally here it is in the production. As you know, we have the four factors of the production: land, labor, capital, organization. So here it is a producer. What he will do, he will try to get the maximum satisfaction. Here it is whatever the factors of productions are there, he has to use in a such a way that one, whereas he wanted the maximum net profit. Here it is he can take two labor and he may engage those labor in three or four machines. He will take a combination of that one, where I am getting the maximum profit it is. Suppose a consumer is producing a commodity, and in that one, whatever the combination he wanted to add, the raw material, where he is getting the maximum quality and the maximum price, he will examine that one. Even in that case also, he will use this one. For this purpose, he must substitute one factor for the another, so as to have the most economical combination. Here it is, if I take 5 labor and 2 machines, yes, how much marginal productivity I am getting, whether that one it is a profit to me or not. So this one can be examined by the producer. And this is the general phenomenon what we see it is. As a already we have the I have explained about the samosa and cake. In the same way, suppose if you have a very good amount and your mother asks, yes, you go and buy some items which is needed for the house for this month. So ration, you will go to the shopping mall, and here you won't buy only the one, only the rice. Yes, I have about some 2000 rupees are there. Yes, I will carry about some total it is rice only. No, it is not like that one. And you will take some dal and other what are the items it is required. So here you will arrange in such a way that one it is you will get the maximum satisfaction. Means here it is a whole month, yes, without any shortfall of the commodities, you will purchase the items. So like that one, consumption expenditure, here this law is applicable. And in the exchange, generally whatever the when we go to the shopping mall or else any other market, that when it is we will give the money and we will take the commodity. So here we will see the maximum satisfaction with that one. Here it is when the price of onion is very high, that when if it is 100 rupees, then generally we won't go for that when it is we will distribute that when it is and even when it is a exchange for good to good. Of course, we don't have the market system now, the exchange for the good to good, when the barter system was there. So here it is suppose if I have a wheat, so what I will do, whatever the need that when it is there for me, I will check that one and I will give this wheat for that one, and which one it will give maximum satisfaction for me, that one I will take. So for that combination, for that one I will look. Price determination. The law has an important bearing in a determination of value on the basis of their relative scarcity. As we know that when it is a scarcity is the main problem for this, it is a main tool of this economics. More scarce goods and command higher prices. When the higher prices is there, definitely we will choose some different combinations in this one. Let us go towards the public finance. Here it is a governments are running here now present, whatever the governments are there, which we call it as welfare governments, because of that it will take care of the welfare of the people it is. So the government will get the revenue. So that revenue will be spent on the welfare, where Here it will check that one maximum satisfaction will be there, maximum welfare of the community will be there. Suppose if there is a water problem, and the government will not spend the money on just either the roads or else on the electricity. First it will choose that one, it is as first preference as the water problem. Yes, it will try to solve that one. So in this way it will allocate whatever the budget that one it is there in a such a way that one the society has to get the maximum satisfaction. And the next one, it is the rate of taxation. That one should be in such a manner. Here a government has to get the maximum satisfaction, and even the consumer also. Consumer should not feel that when it is a, yes, I am paying more tax. So that is what here it is a equal tax on the people. Means here it is all the taxpayers, whoever are there, should satisfy with that what are the sacrifice that one they are doing from their income. So in such a way that one government has to plan. Otherwise, what will happen? Most of the people will not pay the tax. Now let us see about some of the shortcomings of this cardinal utility. So far we have examined this whatever the law of equi-marginality on the basis of the cardinal utility only. Means here it is on the like account point basis it is. Cardinal measurement is not possible. As already I have given the example that when it is when I eat the sweet, I can't say that when it is I am giving some 25 or 30 marks for this one. It is no, it is a purely psychological one. Assumption of rational consumer is not correct. Here the consumer, it is he is not means it's not that much intelligent. Uh, Here it is he can't calculate before only. Here it is after going there, yes, he will calculate how much money it is there and how to spend that one it is there. So first only he will not analyze all these things. Wrong assumption of independent utilities. Independent utilities which is taken as a part of the cardinal utility analysis, that one it is a wrong assumption. And as well, one commodity model is also unrealistic, because of we will go for the several commodities. Utility analysis does not study income effective, substitution, and price effective. These all the things it is ignored. Because of income effective, it is not studied. This analysis failed to explain the demand for the indivisible goods. Here it is a services are there. We can't divide that one. It is. So it is like things that when it is not explained by this cardinal utility analysis. Now let us go towards the ordinal utility analysis. To overcome the problem of whatever the cardinal utility, here it is we have the ordinal utility one. So ordinal utility, as you have studied in the earlier chapter, that when it is giving the preference, first, second, third, fourth, like that one. So here the economists developed a new analysis called the indifference curve analysis. This analysis also known as a ordinal utility analysis of the consumer behavior, because of here we are using the ordinal utility and uses in difference curves to analyze the consumer behavior. Here, to overcome that problems, this one was first used by the Francis by Edgeworth and Irving Fisher and Wilfred Pareto, Stratsky, and Alboule. These people earlier developed this one, but the real development took place when J.R. Hicks he started using that one 1939 period, and which it is it became as a powerful tool. Now let us see the assumptions of this one. The consumer acts rationally so as to maximize the satisfaction. Of course, everything here it is a consumer's satisfaction is very important. Reaching the maximum satisfaction is main motto. Here, in this one, we will take, there are two goods. One we call it as a good X and another one good Y. The consumer possesses complete information about the prices of the goods in the market. Here is he's having the knowledge that when it is the how the prices are there in the market. The prices of two goods are given. What are the good X and good Y? These two prices are given in this one. And the consumer's tastes, habits, preference, and income, these are constant, means there is no change in that one. The consumers prefer more X to less of Y and vice versa. Means here it is, he can take a combination. Sometimes X good more and Y less, and sometimes Y good, that one in more quantity and less quantity of X he can take in this one. Goods are divisible. The consumer arranges the two goods in a scale of preference. That is, a consumer has both preference and indifference for the goods. Both preference and indifference are transitive. Now let us see about this analysis. Indifferent analysis is the analysis of consumer demand based on the notion of ordinal utility, on the basis of the preferences. Our representative consumer is thought of as having a given amount of money available to him to spend, as being faced with the given prices of all the goods he might consume. Means whatever the money he is having, that one, with that one he will purchase the goods in a such a way he will attain the maximum satisfaction. Consumer will then decide on one of the two goods to buy, given his case, the money available and their price, with a view to maximize his or her utility, the satisfactory level. Here it is, two goods price is no, and the tastes are here it is as already we said, it is a constant. The money available also, it is a constant. He has a fixed income, it is with this one where he is going to get the maximum satisfaction. Now let us see the definition of this one. An indifferent curve is a curve showing a series of combination of two goods between which a consumer is indifferent and which gives the same level of satisfaction. It shows the consumer's desire to buy two goods. Since the consumer can rank all possible combinations, here it is a ranking, it is as already we said, it is based on the preference. First preference, second preference, third preference, like that one will take place in this one. We can draw a set of indifferent curves which completely fill the space between the two axes, and this set is known as the indifference map. Now let us examine this one with this table. Now let us assume that one we have the two commodities. One is commodity X and one is commodity Y. Now here it is, I have the combinations. That one, it is a combination A. If I take that one, I will take the one unit of the commodity X and the 16 units of the commodity Y. Here is already we have said that when it is a consumer is satisfied everywhere, even though he is taking this combination, yes, he is satisfied. Then we will go for the other combination. Here it is if I ask you to choose, yes, what is your combination of the two goods, it is you may say that one, it according to your satisfactory level, that one it is yes, sir, I want the 2 units of the good X and I want the 12 of this, what are the good Y, it is here I have taken the example. Here it is whatever you want, you can take it as 12 units, it is, and like that one, here it is the whatever the satisfactory level, it is same, that one it is a set. So I can go for like this combination, C combination, D combination, E combination, and so on. I can go in this one. So here I have many ways to satisfy myself to choose the combination in this one. Now, according to the law, the consumer satisfaction from the first combination, that is the first unit of X plus 16 units of Y, is the same as the second, third, fourth, and fifth combinations, since all the combinations yield the same level of satisfaction. So the consumer is indifferent among these combinations. Here it is not the same. Here it is he is taking 1 unit of the X and 16 units of the Y. It's indifferent here. Now let us see that when it is on the graph. Children, when you are referring that when it is in the textbook, there is no need of by hearting what are the table and everything. When you know the table and if you know the graph, yes, everything, what are the answer for this one, you can write very easily. Just you have to learn how to analyze the table and as well as the graph. Here it is I will take whatever the table in that when it is given, yes, we will plot that whatever the points that when it is here. As already we have these combinations, A combination, B, C, D, E. So it is a first combination, one unit of this, what are the good X. Here it is, I am taking on the X axis the commodity X and the Y axis I have taken this commodity Y. And here it is when I have taken the first unit of the unit X, then I have chosen the combination that when it is 16 units of the Y. And then I went for the second combination, whereas here I took the 2 units of the commodity X, and then I came down to what are the 12 of the Y commodity. So like this one, we can see this one, it is on this curve. This one we call it as an indifferent curve. I see what in the short form we call it as a set of indifferent combination pointed on a graph, as already what I have explained. Indifferent curves of IC1 represent for the lower level of satisfaction as compared with the curves IC2, IC3. Now let us see what is that IC1, IC2, IC3. Here it is I can choose the different combinations. Here it is I can choose such a combination that one it is whereas you have taken it is a first 1 unit of the X, I will go for the some other one, it is for some other combination. I may go for the 3 units of the X, and then I will go for the another what are the choice of good Y. So like that one I can draw this whatever the IC2 one it is, and like this one I can go for the IC3. Here it is when I have the 16 units of the Y and the Y 1 unit of this one, now I have taken the different one, it is I have taken the 3 units of the what are the good X and the 16 units of the good Y it is. So I can take even the lower than that one also, I can go for the 13 combination also. So like this one here, we have the, with the different combinations, we are drawing the different indifference maps, indifferent curves here it is. Here, the marginal rate of substitution. Now, here it is based on this indifferent curves. We are having one more, what is the technique that one it is? It is based on the marginal rate of substitution. The marginal rate of substitution of X for Y, that one we are taking it as a MRS, that one it is of XY, and is defined as the amount of Y the consumer is just willing to give up to one more unit of the X and maintain the same level satisfaction. So here it is a MRS of XY decreases in the consumption of Y, increases in the consumption of X. Let us examine that one, it is in this table. Now here it is in this, already we have this, what are the combinations that one it is. Now in the first combination, I have chosen that when it is one commodity of the X and 16 units of the Y. Now I'll go for the next combination. Now in the next combination, I have 2 units of the X. I have chosen that 2 units, and I reduced the Y combination. Why? Because of here I have a fixed income. With that fixed income I have to buy. Now I can't go with that, what are the 2 of the X and 16 of the Y. Oh, no, I can't go because of the my income is fixed. So that is what I did here. It is I increased one unit of the X. So for that one, how many of the Y I sacrificed that one, it is 4 units. 4 units I decreased here it is. That is what here, that ratio we are calling it as a 4:1. Because of here it is I lost 4 units of Y commodity to gain 1 X commodity. The same thing here it is with the 3 combination. When it is a 3, I wanted to buy the X units, X commodity. Yes, definitely I have to reduce the Y. So now I have taken the 9 here it is. That is what here, how much I sacrificed here? 12, 9. I sacrificed 3 of Y commodity. So here it is a 3:1. The same way here it is the 4th combination and the 5th combination also. Here everywhere my satisfactory level is the same. Now the same thing we will see on the graph. Yes, this is what we have. Here it is when the 1 unit of what is the X when we have taken as it is OX, I have taken the good X, and OY I have taken this one. So here it is 16 units of the good Y I took in the first combination and 1 X. Then I moved to the second one, 2 units of the good X I took, and I took the 12 combination of the Y. So this is the different combinations what I took in this one. So this is the marginal rate of substitution, means here for 4 goods of the whatever the good Y, because of first one 16 and second one 12. How much I substituted? I substituted with 1x. Again the next one also, when it is 12 to 9, when I have taken this one, here 3 units of whatever the Y is substituted with 1x. Like that one we are substituting. Here why we are substituting? To get the maximum satisfaction. Now let us see the properties of the indifference curves. Here it is a indifferent curves is a slope. You can see here it is a slope down due to diminishing marginal rate of substitution. And because of here it is a income is same, so income will not change. So that is what I can't opt the same type of the good, that when it is 16 units and the 5 units of the good X, I can't, because of money whatever it is there constant. And indifferent curves do not intersect each other, whereas because of whatever the combinations are there, that one according to that one, this one will not intersect. A higher indifference curve indicates a higher level of satisfaction. Means here in this one, the higher level, here it is a IC3 is the maximum satisfaction, where the combination when I compare to the other IC2 and IC1 it is. Indifferent curves are convex to the origin due to the diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Now let us see, we have the fixed income and I have that combination of that items it is. So what I have to do here it is the budget line, which is an essential one here it is. Here a consumer in his attempt to maximize his satisfaction will try to reach the highest possible indifferent curve. This is depend on 2 factors. One is the money income of the consumer, and the second one the price of the 2 commodities. So let us examine that one. It is with this example. I have 2 goods, good X and good Y, and I have a fixed income, that one it is a rupees 100. The cost of good X is 20 rupees and the cost of good Y is 10 rupees. As like earlier in the example, what we have taken as a samosa and cake. Yes, you take any of the commodities for this one, and just you have a practical for this one it is. And when purchased 5 units of good X, suppose I wanted to buy total good X only. So it is a 5 goods I can take, that one it is a 20 rupees and 100 rupees. Yes, my income exhausted. Now I can't go for the good Y. I can't purchase that one it is. Suppose if I think that one it is I wanted to go for the I wanted to buy the 10 units of the good Y. Yes, here also my total income exhausted. Why? Because of 10 tens are 100 rupees. But the consumer want both. So that is what he has to go for the another combination, that when it is like this one, he can have it. For the x, whatever it is there, units he can take 5, but here it is only he can take 5. No y units it is, because of his income is not there to buy this one. And he can go for the 4 units of x, and then he can buy the 2 units of y. So like this one, the different combinations he can. So in this one, where the maximum level it is there, that one he has to choose. Now let us see this one. It is on the budget line. As here it is we have the 2 points, that when it is a P and L. These 2 points we can't take. Why? Because of here my income, whatever it is there, I wanted to buy 2 combinations. And here if I spend totally on the good Y, then I will get 0x. And if I go for the L combination, means here it is a 5 good X. Now I can't go for the Y commodity. So it will become 0. So that is what here, whatever the consumer is there, he has to choose these points, these combinations. That is what in the earlier table we have taken this. Means from here to here, whatever the combination he want, he can choose. Consumer equilibrium through this indifferent curve analysis, if we see, consumer equilibrium refers to a situation in which a consumer derive maximum satisfaction. Means is balancing. Is what are the satisfactory level is maximum, and what are the goods he bought, that when it is a balance is there. And with no intention to change, it's subject to given the price and his income. Point of maximum satisfaction is achieved by the studying indifferent map and budget line together. Now let us bring together this, whatever the budget line and as well as the curves. If we bring this one, indifferent curve analysis equilibrium condition, the condition for the consumer's equilibrium is the point where the slope of budget line is tangent to the indifferent curve. Now let us see that when it is on this graph. As already we know that one, with the help of the earlier table combination, we drew this, what are the combinations. Yes, like this one, we have the what are the indifferent curves it is there. Now let us add for this one the budget line also. Budget line and your whatever the indifferent curves, curve 1, curve 2 and 3, we will take it. Now the consumer is satisfied at, here it is this is the level where when he has chosen OM quantity of good X and ON quantity of the good Y, where here already we read the condition that where it is a tangent to the indifferent curve, this is the point where he is satisfied. At this point the consumer will purchase his whatever the items where he is having the maximum satisfaction. So like this one, he will be happy with this, what is the combination it is there. So like this one, a consumer will act. As already I explained that when it is a ABCD or the whatever the points that when it is given, so he will try to maximum in this, what are the combination it is there. ABCD, here it is he can't go for the D. Why? Because of it is out of budget. He can't buy that one it is. And he can't go for IC1 also. Why? Because of here it is as we already read that one, it is a lower level. Here it is this IC1 which is near to the origin. So I can't go for the D combination or else IC3, and I can't go for the IC1 also. Only I can be with this, what are the indifferent curve 2, that when it is at point C, I am satisfied with my income and as well as whatever the combination of the items I bought. So in order to maximize this level of satisfaction, the consumer will try to reach the highest indifferent curve. And since we have assumed the budget constant because of his having the fixed income, so he will stick up to that what is the point it is there. Yes, children, this is the end of this lesson. Now let us just let us have a overview of this one. Now let us have the evaluation point of part of this one. Write short notes on equi-marginal utility. Define indifferent curves. What are the assumptions of indifferent curve analysis? Define marginal rate of substitution. Cover the properties of indifference curves. Mention the shortcomings of cardinal utility analysis. Explain the consumer equilibrium through indifferent curve analysis. Okay, children, with this one, I'll end this one. Please read the lesson, and whatever the other questions also given in the lesson, that one also you have to complete that one. And we will meet with the next topic in the next session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajendra sir, for a very good presentation. Sir has explained in detail, okay, with all good examples, supporting examples, the different theories of consumer behavior, that is the law of equi-marginality and the law of indifference curves. So students, it is very clear now that if you take the law of diminishing marginality and the law of equi-marginality, they come under the classical theory of utility analysis, that is cardinal analysis. And okay, what are the drawback is there? You all know, okay, that we as a consumer cannot actually measure satisfaction. We can't measure, we can't give any rank, sorry, we can't give any marks like that, or we cannot measure actually the satisfaction. Okay, we can only rank like that. We can say that we have got better satisfaction in this product than compared to that product, or like that. So to overcome the drawback in the cardinal analysis, we see that ordinal utility analysis was put forward by modern economists, and J.R. Hicks especially. He's an economist who has propounded, who has developed this concept of indifference curve analysis, and through this analysis, okay, the explanation as to how a consumer reaches equilibrium through indifference curves analysis was explained by him. So in this chapter, you have learned about the different concepts: law of diminishing marginality, law of equi-marginality, law of indifference curves, and also price line, budget line, and different concepts. So with this, we come to an end of the second unit of intermediate first year economics. So now it is your job, students, to prepare notes based on the explanation provided in different sessions. You have to refer to the textbooks. You have to answer time. Take care. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rajendra sir,
Thank
once
you.
again.
Thank you very much, sir.